And as these 12 disciples, his closest confidants, as they followed Jesus and traveled throughout the country of Israel, two things were in abundance. Well, there were more things in abundance, but here's two that were in abundance, okay? Olives and wine. Unless, of course, you're attending a wedding. That's a different story. Olives and wine were in abundance, and they're still in abundance in Israel. Olives, maybe an agricultural lesson for some of you all here. Olives grow on olive trees. Make sense? Okay. Grapes grow on grapevines, which grapes are then used to make wine. Coincidentally, we've got a group going with Pastor Cheryl leaving this week to go to Israel. And they're going to get to see some vineyards. They're going to get to see some olive trees. They're going to go to the Garden of Gethsemane, where in the Garden of Gethsemane there is a monster olive tree that they think is thousands of years old. It's huge. Well, this was everywhere in Israel, okay? And both olive trees and grapevines, if they are cared for properly, they can produce massive amounts of fruit. And they can produce this massive amounts of fruit for hundreds of years. And a master gardener knows how to cultivate the trees and the vines to produce an abundant crop. And the master gardener knows the precise time to harvest the sweetest grapes and the plumpest olives. So when Jesus begins to talk about vines and branches, this was a familiar sight to the disciples. This was a context with which the disciples were very, very familiar. So this would not have been an uncommon thing, talking about vine and branches as they travel throughout Israel. Now, the disciples were not master gardeners that we know of, okay? But they understood that when branches would become detached from the tree or the vine, those branches would not produce fruit. And if they were not diligently cared for, grafted back into the vine, they would indeed wither and die. Now, the master gardener also knows when there are branches that are consuming too much food and water. It's preventing the rest of the tree or the vine from producing good fruit. These useless branches are only consuming resources without producing any fruit themselves. And therefore, the master gardener will prune these trees and these vines, removing the underperforming branches. Why? So the rest of the tree or vine can thrive.